Good day to the University of Antique. Uh, this is my 3-year strategic plan to strengthen the research and publication of the university. The first year of the transformation plan or the strategic plan consists of two distinct phases. The diagnostic and demystification, phase 1, and optimization and ecosystem, phase 2. So let's start with the foundation. In my first year, if given an opportunity, I will do a diagnostic process that would allow me to have a vision as to how many faculty and non-teaching faculty do research. After that, I will do a research program based on the output. The output will comprise a research enhancement program, training, seminars, and mentoring. I included the non-teaching faculty because they are also part of the mandate of the university to conduct research and extension. To tell you about my observation when I was the head of research in our university, only 10 to 20% of the total population are making research outputs. Some of them, I asked them, and they also told me that the research for them is liability and an additional workload. If given a chance to become the university researcher in your university, I will demystify this by providing them the actual output, extension, no, which upholds the ultimate definition of research to help humanity. Research should be felt by the community. Research and extension is research. To those faculty that have this kind of mindset, the mindset that research is only a liability for them, I will encourage and uplift their research spirit to uh, always join them to research activities, going to community and talking about research all the time. That would align their field of interest. This would provide a strong foundation and preparation for achieving the research, innovation, and extension outputs. That would be my first target for the 6 months of the first year. Then the phase 2 is optimization. I will focus on optimizing funds because in my experience, some of our research heads here, I don't know if this also the cases of the other universities, but there are mimicking the research endeavors and ideas from the main campus to the point that they also include in the budget the laboratory equipment for their respective campuses. Well, actually, it's not a problem if we do have many funds, but in the government, fund is always scarce. So in the University of Antique, there are 5 campuses, that Tariolim, Hamtik, Kaluya, Libertad, and the main campus in Sibalum. I will implement hub and spoke shared research ecosystem. Actually, I already proposed this to the university, but it's not realized and not even mentioned in the Research and Extension Council. But I believe that this strategy will help the university to create more research and extension outputs without spending too much. The hub is the main campus in Sibalom, and the campuses are the spokes. For example, at Kaluya, focusing on seaweed preservation, coastal fisheries, and localized solar marine microgrids. So it can be designated as the blue economy and off-grid energy node. At Hamtik, can be designated as smart agriculture and dairy technology node. Tariolim as ecotourism and livelihood techno hub node. Libertad, okay, sorry for that interruption. At Libertad, can be designated as information and communication technology node, and the main campus is the overall or the hub for integrated research centers, centralized analytical testing laboratory, Sibalum Techno Hub, complementary food production facility, and the other one is the Antique Startup Innovation Hub. For if this strategy will implement or can shall be implemented in the university, the researchers might think about going to campuses to conduct research. Moving researchers from Kaluya to Sibalum costs time. I think 5 to 6 hours. Other than that, the budget pa per dimes and boat fares. The solution is to train research assistants or research associates who will be assigned to external campuses to conduct standardized field sampling and initial sample preparation on site. The raw samples can be shifted via existing inter-island logistic networks to Sibalum. The physical testing could be conducted in Sibalum, but the raw data is uploaded to a cloud-based research data warehouse. The researchers from the spokes, such as Kaluya, can analyze the data and draft their Scopus manuscript from their laptops without leaving the island. Okay, now in the second year research production, after building the foundation during the first year, my second year will focus on converting the identified research potential into actual outputs. The keyword here is production. By this time, I already know how or who the active researchers are, who the emerging researchers are, who needs mentoring, what the research strengths of each campus are, and what resources are available within the university. I will organize the faculty and non-teaching personnel into research clusters based on their interest and field of specialization, rather than simply grouping them according to their offices or campuses. I believe that research should not be limited by departmental or campus boundaries. An electrical engineer like me may work with a fisheries expert in developing a solar-powered cold storage system. An ICT researcher may work with health professionals in developing a digital health platform. An agriculture researcher may work with business and economic researchers in studying the commercialization of local products. This is where interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary research should happen. However, I also understand that telling people to collaborate is easy. Actual collaboration is more difficult. Therefore, the university research should create a system that connects researchers. I will establish a thematic research clusters based on the identified strengths of the university and its campuses. Each cluster will have senior researchers, emerging researchers, beginning researchers, and research assistants. The senior should not only be expected to produce their own publications, they also help develop the next generation of researchers. For me, the success of the senior should not only be measured by how many papers he or she published, but also by how many researchers he or she helps develop. This is where structured research mentoring will become important. I will establish research mentoring and publication cohort system. Instead of conducting one-time seminars where participants receive certificates but may not produce actual outputs, the participants will enter a research cohort with specific milestone. First milestone will be the development of the research problem. Second, the completion of the proposal. Third, data gathering. Fourth, data analysis. Fifth, manuscript preparation. Sixth milestone, journal submission. So in the system, the training will not end when the seminar ends. The real output of the training is not the certificate. The real output is the submitted proposal, the completed research, the technology developed and extension project implemented, or the manuscript submitted for publication. I will also introduce what I call research to publication pipeline. I noticed that many universities have completed research studies that remain on shelves. For me, a completed terminal report is not always the end of research. Every completed research should undergo an output assessment. Can it become Scopus index publication? Can it produce policy recommendation, extension project? Can it produce a technology, patent, utility model, or copyright? Can it be adopted by an industry or community? Can it become the basis for another externally funded proposal? This is how I want the university to maximize every research investment. One research project should not necessarily produce only one output. If possible, one good research project should create multiple outcomes: publication, technology, extension program, policy recommendation, student thesis, intellectual property output for another funded project. This creates a continuous cycle: community problem, research, solution, extension, community, feedback, and new research. For me, this is the kind of research ecosystem that makes the university relevant. During the second year, I will also strengthen publication support. I understand that publishing in reputable journals is difficult, especially for beginning researchers. Some are afraid of rejection. Some do not know how to identify the right journal. Others become victims of predatory journal. Therefore, the office should provide technical support in manuscript preparation, statistical analysis, research ethics, reference management, journal selection, response to reviewers, and publication integrity. I will also establish an internal pre-submission review mechanism. Before a manuscript is submitted to a journal, it should be first be reviewed internally by the appropriate experts. By the end of the second year, I expect the university to have a stronger pipeline of completed research submission manuscript, externally funded proposals, interdisciplinary projects, research-based extension programs, and potential technologies for intellectual property protection and commercialization. My third year will focus on making the gains of the first 2 years sustainable. The keyword for my third year is institutionalization. I don't want the research system to depend entirely on one person, one director, one university researcher, or one administration. A strong research system should continue even the people in leadership positions change. Therefore, in the third, I will review the programs implemented during year 1 and 2 and identify which strategies produced actual results. I will ask simple but important questions. Did the number of active researchers increase? Did the beginning researchers become independent researchers? Did the research mentoring cohorts produce completed studies and publications? Did the hub and spoke shared research ecosystem reduce unnecessary duplication of equipment and expenses? Did the specialized campus nodes attract external funding? Did the number of Scopus index publication increase? Did our research outputs create actual benefits for communities, industries, local governments, and other stakeholders? Publications are These are the questions, no? Publications are important, but the university should also measure what happened after publication. Was the research cited? Was the technology adopted? Was the policy recommendation used? Was the community problem reduced? Was a livelihood created or improved? Did an industry partner use the research output? Did the study generate another funded project? Did the research improve the reputation and visibility of the university? So this will lead to the establishment of a research impact and utilization monitoring system. If a particular research cluster consistently produces strong outputs and community impact, then the university has evidence to further support it. If another program consumes resources but produces little output, then we should not be afraid to review, redesign, or discontinue. Research management should also be evidence-based. During the third year, I will also strengthen the research visibility of the university. I will encourage proper and standardized researcher profiles through Google Scholar, ORCID, Scopus, and other recognized research platforms. However, visibility should not be limited to online platforms. The university should actively communicate its research achievements to communities, industries, local governments, funding agencies, and potential collaborators. We should not wait for people to discover what the university is doing. We should show them. I envision an annual University of Antique Research Innovation Extension Summit where the five campuses can present their strongest output, technologies, community solutions, external funded projects, and research partnership. This will not only be research conference, it will be a convergence point for researchers, students, communities, industries, LGUs, national government agencies, and even international uh, agencies and funding institutions. The goal is to move research beyond presentation toward adoption, partnership, funding, and utilization. I will also strengthen inter-campus and external campus and international level research collaboration. By the third year, the university should already have a clear identity regarding its strongest research areas based on the Sustainable Development Agenda or Sustainable Development Goals, the Regional Development Agenda, and the National Agenda. So we should able to say this is what the University Antique is known for. This is the problem we are capable of solving. This is the expertise we can offer. This is the research impact we have created. For me, a university becomes visible not by trying to conduct research on everything, but by becoming excellent in areas that are relevant to its location, mandate, people, and communities. The diagnostic database, or finally, I will develop a sustainable succession mechanism for the research programs established during the 3-year period. The diagnostic database should be regularly updated. The research cluster should continue. The mentoring system should produce new mentors. The proposal should be continue to grow. The hub and spoke shared research ecosystem should become part of the institutional research structure. The research to publication pipeline should become standard practice. The research impact utilization monitoring system should guide future decisions, and the specialized campus nodes should continue to develop their own research identity while remaining connected to the university as one research ecosystem. My overall 3-year direction, to summarize, year 1, build the foundation. Year 2, produce the outputs. Year 3, create and sustain the impact. Thank you for this opportunity and thank you for listening.